And while it's easy to sit here and get excited and get all pumped up about this brand new features they got, I mean, come on. This is so obviously a different play on NHL. They're using the same system, the same graphics. Pull up the franchise hub, Sawyer. Let's look at that on Madden right now.
Madden's new guy for you?
Yeah, let's look at Madden's new franchise hub. This is also something they really harped on. Look, you can show everybody what you're doing on the left-hand corner. You got, the top player on your opposing team is Kansas City, which, first of all, the fact that they have Kansas City and the Chargers at the same record at Week 15 is just disgusting.
Someone messed up their draft.
Yeah, someone's not making those adjustments, bro. So, yeah, and that is a really weird division. The Broncos should only be winning one game in this scenario. But they have that. And as I'm watching this, it's easy to get excited. Every year, these games, they come out and they show us, oh, yeah, look at all this. You know what? I'm calling cap. They copied NHL exactly. I mean, look at this dialogue scenes from NHL and Madden.
We got the Madden one right here.
We got the Madden one right here.
I mean, NHL is an EA game, right?
Yeah,
so
it's the same game.
Or they
they copied it. They moved it over. That's not right to me. Look, so you got that. That's NHL. That's NFL, and then move to NHL. It's the same thing. Bowling sounds like a fantastic idea, Jonathan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got a little side-by-side for them, too. They kind of got cut off, but...
I know, but...
They make it look different, but it's the same.
Yeah.
And at least they're making changes.
Look at the NHL
Hub. The
Hub.
last couple years,
they
haven't made any changes.
NHL Hub versus the franchise Hub. So right here, this is the Madden Hub. This is the Madden Hub once again. And second, we got...
We'll just go with the old 2 screen for you.
Yeah, it's the same thing, except they oriented it slightly differently, right? And then the scouting in both is virtually the same. There's no screenshot for that. But it's the same thing. It's regional, pick a region, except in NHL, obviously, you're going to Sweden for guys, right? You're not going to, Arkansas or the Midwest. You're going to, Latvia. And in my opinion, all Madden did was what they did every year. And they took it and they repackaged the same system, the same game, some stuff that should have been brought back months ago, and they put it into a game. And they said, here's it brand new. Coaching trees were a part of this game for the majority of its existence before they got pulled. You were having these skill development things that you've already been able to do with your head coach, except now they're packaging it differently. You could still get skill points with a coach Madden's before, even Madden 18, which I always talk about, is Madden 18 is the same game. And it's because of franchise mode. You got the same skill points, same skill meters. You can make adjustments, but it's not the same. And then just to look at it, I don't like it. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm kind of riding the train right now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep pumping out the same game. They got a nice, loyal fan base, so you might as well keep it going. I mean, what they've kind of done is little tweaks here and there, but it's not really hurting it too much. And, I mean, the product's selling, so I don't really see what they're doing.
How gullible do they think we are as fans? So, I'm legitimately worked up about this as a fan of this franchise. They need to tear this down from the top up. It's been flawed since Madden 13. Madden 12, they had a completely different operating system. They had a completely different base of the game. They switched it up when they came out with the Calvin Johnson cover. First of all, shout out to Megatron. We met him last week. I gotta mention that every show now. Shout out to Calvin, but very tall. But they redid the whole thing, right? And that's where the game went downhill. They're focusing too much on MUT. And look, I get it. You're bringing back an awesome feature and franchise, which I'm a big fan of. And July 19th, they're coming out with more information, specifically on scouting. But come on. You really think we're that gullible, EA?
I mean, there's ability now to, help the team mid and the halftime,
yeah,
right?
I will give them that. I love those features.
Yeah, before you couldn't do that.
Why weren't those in the game?
Exactly.
10 years ago. We're on a generation of consoles. We see the graphics that Forza can put out. We see the abilities that we have in all these other games. And EA and all these other sports games are lagging behind. And it's because we're buying the same product. And
maybe
it's going to continue.
Maybe they're just saving up all the money that we're spending on MUT for the next gen game. It's just super graphics where it looks real and you got to chuck your controller to throw the ball, make it like Wii Sports Madden.
Well, dude,
Let's get that going.
I'm already chucking my controller, but it's because the game fucking sucks. I'm already chucking my controller, but for a completely different reason, man. And you see me getting worked up about this. I think it's part of the like adrenaline because the Pistons have the #1 pick still. Yeah. But for me, that's the way I see it. Is it's the same game. And look, they made some adjustments, but why weren't these in the game 5 years ago?
But at the end of the day, are people going to buy it? Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's the only simulation football game, and it's not even a simulation football game.
No, it's a broken physics game.
It's a broken physics, but like the same throwing motion for every quarterback. Every quarterback.
Yeah.
Step back, drop, launch it forward. Shout out to these chairs, by the way. Great chairs, whoever picked these out.
It sells, though.
It sells.
I mean, I guess that's the one thing that I always come back to when I think about it. I'm like, somehow it sells. I mean, they've got it, and until they don't sell, they're just going to keep doing the same thing, which kind of stinks.
Yeah, it just shows that
I like it.
They think we're gullible. And
who knows? Maybe this year is the year people put their foot down and say, "Hey, I'm not buying this." It's the same game.
And they're showing that with making adjustments, but you look at the gameplay in the trailers at least, and it's still the same.
Yeah, and like I miss the days where a new Madden game would come out and it was completely different. Like when they introduced the hit stick back in what was that? Like 2007 to 2008 Madden, when they introduced the hit stick, it was like, whoa, I can just truck people now like that with just the flick of a button. I'm all in.
Yeah, and watch them bring back mini camps next year and act like it's new. And
or do you guys ever play it was like the practice mode?
That was it.
Where the dummies were alive. Oh,
yeah,
I
and
loved
you
that.
rack
like
up the points.
Sprint
I was like
thing.
a god in that game.
Those mini games of Madden 12.
I remember
fun.
the bench press. You'd be flicking the button up and down, and we want to make Madden good. Like we want Madden to be good. Stop selling us the same game. Stop giving us a couple new features you could have put in the game 6 years ago. We want a great Madden, and we are gonna fight to get it, EA.